Shine bright up all night. We're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes. We're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold. A mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Well, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you are well. Let me make sure my mic is on. Yep, it's on. Okay. Today is March 30th, 2024. It is 8:04 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you all for joining. We have a special guest today, Smiley Stories. Mods, please drop Smiley's link periodically throughout the live. Happy Easter to each of you. I'm going to bring Smiley up now. Can you believe it's Easter, Smiley?
I cannot. Time is flying.
I know it. Oh my God. And it's true. The older you get, the faster it goes.
Absolutely.
It's
That's
crazy.
true.
That is for sure.
How many eggs did you color?
Um, I tried to do it this year, but they weren't really interested in it. So we
Yeah.
just they're at that age now that they're not really interested.
It's easier to put stickers on.
Um, so I mean, I still bought eggs for an Easter egg hunt.
hmm
I don't care. I mean, my oldest, does it as well. So, you know what? I don't, if they're 5 or 30, I'm still gonna have them do a freaking Easter egg.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well. So, lot going on in the Sebastian Rogers case, to say the least. Yesterday, news was flying in. I think Trevor about broke the internet.
He's a good
Uh,
kid.
he's such a good person. Trevor is a wonderful, wonderful human being. He's wise beyond his years.
Yes.
And yeah, all that. Oh, thank you, Nicola. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Good seeing you, by the way. Um, yeah, and what we learned yesterday with Nina, I mean, damn. Also found some stuff I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. With things that I found related to Chris talking about the, I guess the going back and forth with Nina. And this is several, like, when it first happened. When it first happened, he's telling people on Facebook that he doesn't even know about his problems. You know what I mean? Like, just just Facebook friends posting it for the world to see. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, my dear. Let me where did it go? Thank you, Single Mom True Crime, for gifting a membership. I got a new gifting thing. Look at this.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes.
So, whoever received the membership, please thank Single Mom True Crime. Your application is approved, by the way. It's approved.
So cool.
Shannon, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Thank you, my love. Whoever received that membership, please thank our dear Shannon. Thank our dear Shannon. I will play the video again if you want me to, Shannon. But just let me know. All right. So there's some things that have changed on this case, Smiley. And one of them, Seth, Sebastian's biological father. I always try to clarify what I mean. That way people know if they're just joining, just knowing this case and all of that. Seth, Sebastian's father, was on the Pascal show last night. Link is in the description for Pascal, by the way. And he cleared up some things. And I want to pop this up, and Smiley and I will talk about it here in just a moment and find it. Credit goes to Pascal for this. Link is in the description. Make sure you go, if you haven't seen this full interview, make sure you go watch the full interview. But there are a couple of things that I wanted to talk about here.
Thing that came of that conversation with TBI?
The video with the two flashlights on there, they showed me the whole video. And then they showed me the video in the daylight too. And it wasn't flashlights. It was literally the video that was showed to the public was like a small little portion of the screen, not the whole actual screen. And it was a trash truck. It came through.
Okay, so Seth is making it clear now that was a trash.
True. It's why it was slow at the beginning because it was picking up trash, and then after they picked up trash, when it came back, they were dipping out of the neighborhood.
Interesting. Because okay, so we've seen that video. We've all seen at least what Nick Barris put out here. Now, and you're trying to explain it a little bit. I hope you can explain a little bit more. When you went and saw it with TBI, the nighttime stuff, the flashlight, the stuff that looked like fireflies, for crying out loud, and the black abyss.
Now, I'll be honest with you. When I saw that video or that footage, I couldn't make anything out other than they look like small flashlights. I couldn't tell if it was a human or it wasn't a human. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, people was saying they could see humans and long hair and this, that, and the other. I couldn't make any of that out. I was like, no, and I got it on the big computer, and I'm like, it didn't look like any of that to me, honestly.
Canadian says, so why did that reporter put this little piece out? To bait or what? Something is wrong with that. I agree. And to be honest with you, it just makes me more confused now, to be honest with you. But let's let
Was that
Seth
the full
explain that.
picture, or was that a cropped video?
That was like a 3x5 of a full TV screen.
Really?
Yes.
So okay, so it was a cropped segment or a cropped section of a very big picture.
I mean, I've seen some people actually sit there and talk about, well, the trash don't run at 3:15 in the morning. You're right. It runs between 5 and 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
But the whole time that I watched this, the time on the DVR that they had stayed 3:11 for like 15 minutes.
So the clock on the DVR is broken. They're saying. Ali says, so where's the rest of the video? I would love to see that. I believe that they did show it to Seth, though. Did show it to Seth, but he says it's just a little crop. Now he says that a media news person put this out. But where did he? I mean, I can't imagine just a media person saying this is a person walking this way and this is a person walking this way without. I mean, would someone just make that up?
I mean, this reporter's usually pretty careful from what I've seen with his things and what he says and does. But I don't know. I have to think about it like this too, and this is just me. Maybe he got this to put out from a leak. I don't know, somewhere. Well, obviously a leak, but maybe it was to see. They had just been there taking photos and stuff. Maybe it was just to see what maybe the Proudfoots or Katie or somebody would do if they would budge on anything. Maybe it was a bone to see, hey, they got something. Do you see what I'm saying?
I mean, don't you you would think that being as big of a media as this is, you would think that he would maybe talk to the police.
I agree.
Just saying, yeah, he's really natural. Yeah, he's really irritated with this media person, and I mean, I can't say I blame him.
Mhm. Well, I can't blame him for a lot of things either, but what they said was because even when they come out and told the news, and that was several news stations and stuff, not just one, this video was nothing. Well, by that time, even YouTubers by that time had put it out or was just coming into this story, and they kept putting it out and kept putting it out, and we're going, no, that's nothing. The ones of us that have been here, and they're just like, and even ones I love, and they're just like, well, but it is what it is. I mean, it got out there, however it got out there, whoever put it out there, whatever source it came from, it's out there, and it caused a lot of commotion.
I mean, as someone that puts out news, you and I, we all make mistakes. We
Yeah.
are all going to make blunders. I have made blunders. Every channel who puts out news has made blunders. 1000%.
Absolutely. I know I have.
But the thing is, I mean, that's a really big
Yeah.
blunder, in my opinion.
That's one that really needed to be vetted because that's a video, man. That's an important thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, these, I mean, according to Seth, this wasn't even a, people.
Yeah.
This is a trash truck.
Yeah.
All right, he continues here. Let's
311 for like 15 minutes.
Okay. So
So
it's
broke equipment.
So it's broken. Okay. So it stayed at 311 for the whole time. So 3 o'clock was not the time that these trash guys came in. These garbage men came in and picked up the trash. That was a little bit later on, a little bit earlier in the morning, if that makes any sense. More like 5 or so, right?
Correct.
And of course, again, this was a cropped video from a very, very big video.
Yes.
Okay.
I honestly think somebody did it for clickbait. I mean,
I see.
And we know who that is, obviously.
Okay. So then,
he
okay.
wanted people to log in to follow. And
Right.
if he's watching this, now he knows why I'm not answering his phone calls.
Oh, I see. No, I get that. But okay, then tell me this.
It is false information and something that's going on trying to find my son.
I can understand getting upset about that for sure. I definitely can. But there is actual movement in that area. If he didn't know, I could see that. But, I could see a little mistake happening there. But as far as the rest of the image, right? Because it was only cropped with a bunch of, with those 2 white dots floating around for 2 seconds, right? What does the rest of the picture that you saw
exactly
look like?
Well,
is it
listen to
just
this.
pitch black, or was there movement elsewhere?
It's dark because it's at night, but you can make out the road. So it's like whoever shared it with Nick and Nick put it out, you could see the whole road. There was nothing there. There was no cars on that road. There was no movement on the road except for the trash truck. That was it.
Gotcha. Okay. But you also saw footage from during the day as well, right? You just said that it was nighttime and day.
Yeah, because what they wanted to do is they showed me the footage for the night, and then they turned it on and they took from the same camera video footage from the day and showed me where the markings and everything were, so that I had no doubt in my mind.
Gotcha.
Because some of those lights actually stay stationary.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Someone says Clutch Them Pearls is streaming. Honey, I am Clutch Them Pearls, and we're streaming from both platforms right now. So I'm Clutch Them Pearls and J Frey. We're streaming from both channels. So, thank you, though.
They're on throughout the night and throughout the day. And they literally showed me where it was. And I've been in the neighborhood. I even knew what house it was. As soon as I saw it,
Oh,
I recognized the house. So I knew the angle because the angle's coming from at the end of the street. It's not pointing
ATF.
at like a common section. It's just literally at the end of the street so that the owner can watch all their vehicles.
Gotcha. Wow.
So, we have to just, realize that is some type of garbage truck.
Yeah.
And it's like a 15-minute clip. But I really would like Nick to explain how, anytime I make a blunder, I apologize. Like I make a video and I apologize. It's never intentional. I never make an intentional blunder, but I think he needs to talk about this.
Yeah. It'd be nice to hear his side, where it came from. And
Right.
I mean, at least, you never give up your sources or anything, but at least it would be nice to hear how he came to that conclusion.
You think he did? Did he make a video? I mean, this was supposed to be like a 15-minute video, and then this, he's saying this individual's coming this way, and they kind of meet, and then this individual goes toward the house. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's Muddy Paws. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much, my friend. Y'all, please welcome Muddy Paws to the family. Appreciate you. But if I understand, garbage picked Justin up at night with no lights all around there. I've never heard of a state picking up garbage at night. Have you? So this wasn't it was morning. It was about 5:30 in the morning, from what I understand. And I have talked to locals, and they say trash will begin pickup in Henderson at about 5 in the morning. So there's that. Now, the question is, we don't know how many vehicles that went up and down their road from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I mean, you can't tell me no vehicle went up and down that road for 9 hours.
Yeah, somebody
Right.
had to.
Look
And
at this.
are they not on the video? They said they were all accounted for.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up saying that all vehicles were accounted for. So I wonder if they went over all the videos that they got from other cameras and saw any cars that went back and forth, or how did they figure that?
Mm-hmm. Look at all these houses here.
Mhm.
That's a lot of houses.
Yeah.
There's not one camera of Sebastian. If he walked out of that house, I mean, what?
To me, he either didn't walk out of the house or he was not home. And since the restaurant ordeal, what Seth said that TBI showed him the last video, I discount everything that any neighbors, any sources, or anybody has said. And I only go with TBI and what they showed last proof of life to Seth. And that was them walking out of the restaurant. on Sunday afternoon. So my question now, and especially they want to know what Nina's interview had to do. Well, it had to do with a lot of things. Now I'm questioning, um, did he even make it home? Was he handed over? What the heck is really going on?
Yeah. Yeah. Um, you know, until a neighbor comes out vocally, like you see a face
Yes.
to the lips, right?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
says, I have Sebastian carrying out the trash, right?
Yeah.
At 6:30 p.m., whatever, then we don't even know that he made it home.
Mm,
We
don't
don't
have
even know that he made it home technically. We just know that he was at this restaurant and Katie says they went home.
yeah.
But
Because
and
if
sorry.
no,
Go
go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, I think that he did make it home. And the reason I think that, I mean, see, I don't know again, because Seth says he was wearing something. We're going to get to that right here. He was wearing something different than what he was last seen wearing.
But that don't mean he made it home. That could just mean what Katie said he was wearing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You have to
Yeah.
believe Katie for that. Yeah.
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 So, all right, let's continue this.
Okay. And for everyone who's watching the show, just tuning in just right now, this is the biological father of Sebastian.
Seth is in chat. If he wants to come up, he's welcome to come up. Hey, Seth. Good to see you, buddy. You're welcome. Absolutely welcome to come up if you want to. Happy Easter to you.
Rogers,
As
just so you guys
best as possible, brother. I know you're trying to decompress right now, and it's a
know,
lot.
he has boots on the ground in Hendersonville, doing everything he can to find his son. He has been missing for the past month now. It's, I'm sure, extremely daunting. As you can tell, Seth, I mean, I can't wait for you to have an actual good night's rest. I know that won't happen until you find Sebastian, but still, I know that you're doing a lot of work to try to bring your son home.
I feel better today. I've been to church 3 times. I've done mass.
The video up.
By the way, Seth says we all need to be in church right now.
Yeah.
So, then that's the truth. That's the truth. That is absolutely truth.
In the top right hand corner of this very big, a much bigger picture.
Yes, sir.
You saw day and night. What else was being said or talked about or shown to you with TBI?
I had requested video proof that my son was alive after I spoke to him on Thursday.
Now, I believe that was a major he was wearing different tee. Okay. Thank you, Seth. Thank you so much. Gotcha.
Did you have the stripes down the black pants? If that was the same, if he had on black pants, did he have the stripes, white stripes down the pants? I'm just wondering if he could answer that. I don't know.
Yeah. You know, the okay. I don't know, man. What was but I was going to say, I think this was, one of Seth's, worries was, was he seen after he left his house at any point during that weekend? And he was seen outside of the restaurant
Yeah.
that is, just the outside. They didn't see inside. I don't know if there was cameras, but he said he saw the outside of um, Katie and Sebastian.
Hmm. And
So,
and that leaves to differ. We still don't know who was inside because weren't they supposed to have dinner with Katie's sister-in-law?
no, I don't think they had dinner. I mean, I don't think that they had dinner together. I think it was just the
Okay.
two of them,
Okay.
just the two of them, uh, and that's all. And
Okay.
Robbie, Seth can probably answer that better, but I believe it was 6:30 that they were seen at like if I'm outside, I believe. That is true. Katie never mentioned Sebastian taking a shower or changing clothes. Now,
She
you
mentioned
know,
her taking one. I heard that finally somewhere. I forgot where
I
I heard it at.
um, I Monday or Sunday night, I've got 3 kids. You've got kids, Smiley.
Mm.
You know, that's when they always take showers before bed, especially on Sunday night because the next day's school.
But I was going to say, especially on Sunday night, because what if you oversleep or something and it's the first day of the week?
Thank you, single mom. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate it. It was a busy, busy weekend. And my question is, and I was thinking about this, why, it seemed like Sebastian had a really good weekend,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Katie, Sebastian, they were with family, they were bowling, they were, going to restaurants, all of this. He had a great weekend, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Why, in my opinion, would Sebastian walk out the door? He had just had a great day.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he would have been tired after running around all day like that. And after you eat, you naturally get tired anyways, for a minute at least.
Especially kids.
Um, yes. Yes, please do that. Um, I don't know if I have his Cash App to where Seth isn't working right now, and he is doing what any father, any of us would do, and that is looking for your child. And obviously, the bills still come in. And Seth, if I can get that Cash App, I will personally donate to you. And
I did. Oh, I'm on my phone. I can't look.
and others.
I didn't want to give you the wrong.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll get it. Okay, we got it right here.
Okay.
There we go. If anybody wants to donate to Seth, this goes for him. This is his, and it is just to help pay the bills. The bills still come in. $TMB Fleming, FLEMING, if you would like to help. Um,
Yeah.
so there's that. Um, I believe they took him out there in the work vehicle, and they took, you know, to me, I know. Yeah. Yes. And there is no better detective than a parent trying to find their child as well. Okay, let's continue with this for a second.
What footage was that?
They showed me footage of him leaving Texas Roadhouse and getting into his mama's vehicle with her.
Texas Roadhouse. So he was getting in a vehicle with Katie Proudfoot from eating at Texas Roadhouse, correct?
Yes.
Was Chris Proudfoot there
No.
in the footage?
No. Chris was in Memphis.
Okay, so Chris was definitely in Memphis. Okay. But when you saw them leaving,
That's okay, Seth. No worries. We'll try to talk soon, brother. No worries. Thank you for being here.
He probably needs to rest.
He does. I mean, he's been going hard, real hard. I mean, not only is he physically exhausted, but mentally and emotionally,
Yeah.
and it's highs and lows. I mean, I've never had someone lost, thankfully, but I've lost my mother and my father, and I know when I lost them, I guess the physical stress of my body, I felt like I'd been beaten with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Physically just sore, inflammation, just ran down. And
And he
so
got there with with his shoulder hurt and everything else. He's
yeah,
not giving up. His dad, Sebastian's daddy, Seth, is going to find him. There's no doubt about that.
amen. And praying for an Easter miracle.
Yes.
were they with anybody? Were they alone? Just the two of them going into this car?
Yeah.
Okay. Quick question. Did you see any footage from inside
No.
Texas Roadhouse? No.
They just I wanted proof of life on Sunday to make myself feel better. You guys want to know why I was smiling? That's because yesterday I got to see my son. I mean, it's not current, it's not up to date, but it gives me a little bit better of a feeling that I got to see him.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those moments you anything, just you see them, on a video, you smell their clothes or whatever, you know what I mean? It is truly the little things in life that in these moments that mean so much.
Absolutely.
That truly means so much. Mods, please drop his Cash App periodically, because other people were asking for it. So we will be at Mass tomorrow, Seth, and my children will pray for Sebastian and all of you and everyone involved, and we will keep you in prayer for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. And I can only imagine. So when you saw him walking out of Texas Roadhouse with Katie Proudfoot, his biological mother, was he wearing the same clothes that they're describing that he was last seen in? Okay.
I'll run it on the page.
Okay. After seeing that footage, I know it made you happy to see him. Of course, you miss your son. I don't know. Was there any interaction, any exchange with Katie, between you and Katie, after seeing this footage?
No.
When was the last time you spoke with Katie before TBI? Before the TBI meeting?
It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a couple weeks. Wow. Have you seen them, Chris and Katie Proudfoot, boots on the ground, searching along with you at all? Even at the beginning when you came into town, when you first came into town?
Chris went with me for one night to go check out some leads that were coming off of Facebook, but they were 3 days old, I think. And after that, no. They say they're doing it. They say they're out there handing out flyers, putting out signs, getting billboards up, things of that sort. But they're not where I'm at.
Gotcha.
Which, I mean, it kind of, if you got more than one person doing it, it would be, in the grand scheme of things, it would make sense to split up to conquer the area.
No doubt. That's absolutely right. The more engagement, the more likes, etc., the more this story and this conversation gets out there and more awareness goes out there for Sebastian. And that's what we're here for. Real talk. That's what we're here for. So let's get back into it. Footsteps or footprints, I'm sorry, that were found near this water retention pond. Can we talk a little bit about that? Go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I said they searched that pond. They searched that pond either day one or day two. It's only like 4 feet deep, and there went the light. And they searched it, asked them about it, because I listened to the phone call from the dispatcher to the officers, and I brought that to their attention, and they said that they searched that pond.
Now, this is something that I really want to talk about, Smiley, because my camera's not on. Because a lot of people have talked about that pond,
Right.
because of that transmission that we listened to of in the beginning whenever they were looking for Sebastian. And there was talk, was there a hit on it? Was there not a hit? And Seth cleared that up.
Yeah, he sure did.
Did I write? I wrote fucking Chris. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Thank you for Jesus. I'm a dumbass sometimes. Seth. I'm so sorry to compare you. I'm not comparing you, Seth. I promise you that. All right. Why is it not adding it now? Oh, save. There we go.
Maybe you were thinking how he said the other one said how they hit on the house and they hit on the pond, so you probably just had that in your brain.
No, I was listening to that whenever Seth said that Chris went out with him,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what
Oh, you're listening.
yeah. I'm not good with double tasking. I'm barely good at tasking.
Same.
Yes. So as far as now, Chris and Katie have stated that there was hits around the pond, around the home, but that is untrue. They drained that pond. It wasn't very deep. I think 4 foot maximum.
And look, I want to stop you right here for just a second.
Mhm.
Back in the beginning, I don't know if it was the very first interview, I think it was,
Mhm.
that Chris said, I don't know about them dropping or draining any pond, but now he seems to know all about a pond. So it's always one thing or the other. It's add to or take away from. And you don't have to do that with the truth.
It never changes.
It never changes. But I'll say, even back then, yes, he did know about the pond. He knew they drained it. I don't know what his problem is.
So, I hope that he doesn't continue with that. I just hope he doesn't. Mia, thank you so much. I appreciate you, my friend. Trying to fix that. Okay. One second.
This is Betty. I've been watching your show for quite a while now. The other channel that you
Okay. Yeah, I'm live right now, dear. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
a statement that I think Chris got rid of Sebastian somewhere,
Okay.
and they're both telling a little bit of a lie
Mm-hmm.
because they want to keep him hidden. I'm sorry. It's starting to kind of look like Summer Wells case a lot.
Well, we hope it's not. We hope that
I pray to God it's not, but it's sure looking fishy.
yeah. That it is. How does he get past, if he got out by himself, how did he get past like a neighborhood?
I don't think he left that home by himself. And I really, 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 really think when Chris went back to work that morning, after midnight, okay, there's no surveillance cameras on that house that night at all. And there's nobody in the neighborhood supposedly seen him leave the house, which tells me that they carried him through the garage.
Well,
and put him in a vehicle that Chris was in, and Chris took him with him. That's why when she got up at 6 a.m., he wasn't there.
well,
Sebastian wasn't there. That's what I'm thinking.
we will see. We will see. The truth's going to come out.
I hope it does, and I hope it's poor Seth deserves the truth.
He absolutely does. And Sebastian deserves. Sebastian
Yes,
deserves
they
it.
do.
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah.
Seth and Sebastian deserve the truth, no more lies.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and you have a good night.
You too, honey. Bye-bye. Happy Easter. Thank you. Okay. Brittany says, I spoke with Sumner County Sheriff, and they said the footprints were never confirmed to be Sebastian, and they never got a hit trail on Sebastian's scent, false hit. And that's important. So, let's just use logic, right? they use multiple search dogs,
Yep.
and there is no scent of him. So there's no camera, no video that we're aware of.
Right.
I want to make that clear.
And if there was, it doesn't seem to be on that night.
Yes. Single mom, thank you so much. Jules, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Happy Easter, everyone, from a My Bunny family to yours. Praying for an Easter miracle to get Sebastian home. Amen. There's always hope until otherwise, right? September, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you very much. And Bushi, thank you. Seth, were you aware of CP's past child, ABUSE?
No, I can answer that for him. He said on Pascal, and he'll tell it here in a minute, that he was not aware of that until he heard my interview. I'm assuming it was mine because I'm the only one that asked that. And he said he followed up with he did not watch Nancy Grace's after that because I guess he was way tore up. And I do want to say to him publicly that I am sorry. I'm very sorry that he had to hear that. And I didn't mean to do anything to upset him in any way, shape, or form. I only want to help Sebastian or get answers, and I feel that's very important. And I'm so sorry that he had to hear that like that. I'm very surprised that this is where CPS, I feel, dropped the ball. I'm very surprised that they did not, absolutely did not get in touch with him or let him know when they come out. And they should have, and there's no reason why they didn't.
I hope Seth deals with that at a later time after Sebastian is found.
Yeah,
Because they were required by law.
that is a
Required by law.
requirement. That is a
Yeah.
requirement. Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, let's continue with this.
Okay. And they found, obviously, or I'm assuming they found nothing, because if they did find something, we'd all know about it by now, correct?
Yes, that was 30 days ago.
Gotcha. We're going to go back into the conversation about things around the house and whatnot. Now, the cars, okay? There's something that's just really been burning away at me, and I'm just curious about, have they looked at I understand that they've gone through Katie's car. They've combed through that like crazy, but have they looked at the navigation of her car?
Information.
They won't divulge that information. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I'm not part of the investigation. Questions like that.
And I think that's an important thing. You know, trust me, Seth would love to know the answers of what TBI and law enforcement knows, but they're not going to tell him anything on this investigation. Like they just don't. And he says, there's no even point asking because they're just not going to tell anyone. Absolutely anyone. You have anything to add, Smiley?
Yeah, I don't think he would want to know anything that's going to mess up the integrity of this investigation or this
Yeah.
case or anything else.
Absolutely.
That would be things that would be part of the investigation. And yeah, they're not going to tell me that stuff. So I don't even bother asking about it.
Gotcha.
Because yeah,
And it just, but I remember in the interview that you had in the past, you said something about the dogs catching a scent going into a construction site and it just stopping in that construction site. But just recently, I think just yesterday or the day before, you did an interview with local news, and you said that the dogs did not catch any scent.
That's what they're telling me now.
So the scent that the dogs picked up near this construction site was not that of Sebastian Rogers?
That's what they told me.
That's
They said
very
the
interesting.
information that I received when I asked questions previously was false information.
Interesting.
So there's that. He again, no scent outside, nothing at the pond, no footprints, nothing on camera that we are aware of. Where is Sebastian?
Yeah. You got to use a little bit of common sense. I mean, and I don't think it was Chris's car. You got to remember, Katie did throw in there. She went out looking that morning. So the next day.
Yes. Yes, she did. Let me make this a little bit smaller here so I can Google Earth this. Bear with me 1 second.
We don't know if she got out of the car or not, Miss Curry. I don't know how we would know that. You mean, if you're talking about the next day, you could be talking about something totally different. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So let me show you where their house is. This is their house right here. Right.
Yeah.
There is, if he was to get out by himself, either way he went, there's going to be multiple houses. Multiple houses. And it just doesn't feel right.
And is that just a coincidence that happens to be a night or the night that everybody just happens in that area to be in the bed and nobody's on the streets and at any given time and don't see him? I'm just wondering.
So this is another thing, Smiley. She said that he did not go out the front door. She
Who said
meaning
that?
Katie. Katie.
No,
She
Katie
said
said, no. Katie said he went out the front door.
out
They
the
said
front door.
They said that's the only door he would have went out.
Okay, I was thinking she said he wouldn't have went out the front door, and because the other doors were loud or something, made a noise, or because if he went out the back door, there's fence around it, and that's
Right.
another obstacle, being barefoot. Now his room is on the front part of the house,
Yeah.
and she said that if he, I don't know which one is his room.
I just know it's
I'm
on the other side, but I don't
I'm
know which
thinking
one
it's
it is.
I'm thinking it's on Seth. If you can, do you know which side it's on? I think it's on this side, if I remember correctly. It might be on this side,
Because there was
but
two on one side and then hers was by the kitchen.
Opposite side of the garage, she said. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm hearing all these. I'm sorry if y'all hear that. I'm hearing all these cats screaming or something. Let's have some feral cats out
It's
there.
springtime. They call it kitty
Goodness.
season. I think he went out the car. Okay. Yeah, all doors were locked. They probably normally when they enter the house, they probably I'm sure they park in the garage here and they would go in from the garage. Um, and that's I would say they rarely use the front door. Um, right? Because I mean, I don't know about you, but when I come home, I park in my garage and then I walk in my door. Um, my front door is only used if someone is visiting, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I agree. I agree with you, but that's what she said. I mean, that's exactly what she said. Unless
yeah,
somebody wants to correct that. Um, Even on my interview, I mean, they've boxed themselves in or her in with Sebastian. I went over all the doors and everything, and the one squeaks. The back door, they don't. There's no couch in front of. The front door's absolutely the one that they.
there's no there's a couch in front of. Is that what you said?
It's not. It's not. It was said to be, but I asked, and they said no. But she said there is one by it, but not in front of it.
Uh-huh.
So
Let's let me look at something. Let me see if I can pull up the house again, the interior. 1008 Stafford. Zillow. All right, 1 second. Here we go. All right. So it's all right, let's look at all the pictures here. So this is when were these taken, I wonder. Wonder if there's Do you know how long they've lived here at this home?
probably about a year. Is that right? If 1-800 Summer's in here, she'll tell you. It's
Yeah.
probably
Hey,
probably
Trev,
a year.
Trev, if you want to come up, you're welcome to. No pressure. Love to have you. But yeah, I don't see this front door being used that often. Justin or Smiley, did their dogs never bark, or were they in Cancun sipping on margaritas with Don's dogs?
Yeah, they went with Don's dogs.
Yeah. Um,
Because you
good
could
question.
clearly hear them with the reporter there that
Yeah.
day. I mean, and she had been sitting down a while, so you can't tell me they didn't bark.
Well, I mean, any of us that have little dogs,
We know.
know, a gnat can queef and they'll bark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pardon my French, but they will.
Mine barks when I leave or come home or whatever.
Yeah. Mine won't be quiet. Yeah, the ADT sign. I can't for the life of me um see someone. What did Trev say? I can't for You did not just. Sorry. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But I can't see someone that works for a security company who installs them not have something there. Again, unless, I mean, there was a security system there before that they lived there. So this would be the front door right here
Yep.
that he would have Amber
But I
would have
think there's a picture of him getting ready to go to school, so I guess they did use the front door, Justin, because remember it showed the fish tank kind of in the back, and he was standing there on the hardwood floor.
Oh, you know what? He rode the bus. So he
Yeah,
probably went out that door for the bus every morning.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And she said, I think she said that's the only, he had the code to the front door, but I guess they're different in the back or something, or on the side by the garage. And I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think he knows that code on the side.
Yeah, she said he knows the one in the front.
Yeah,
So this is the dining room. This would be, I don't know if this is the front or the back of the house. I need a floor plan. Okay, this would be the front of the house from here. And so this is I'm guessing the living room.
yeah, it's
And
kind of open.
she said that she was in one of the stories that she was laying on the couch.
Yep.
I don't know if she was talking to, I guess she was talking to Chris, reading and sleeping all at the same time. That's the only thing I mean, because that's what.
Now, here's a weird thing now that you have that picture up.
Uh-huh.
Chris told me that, and he volunteered this information, it's nothing that I asked. He said, besides that, if Sebastian, no, how do you say it? It was if, oh, I think I was asking him if somebody had the code or come in or something like that. I don't remember now exactly how it went. But anyway, he was saying if that front door opened, um, that somebody's camera would have got it. And he said that there would be a shadow on the wall right there. They could see a shadow. So I guess he's speaking of the wall that's, I mean, I don't know. Why would he say that?
Now, he saw a shadow on the wall?
No, he said they would be able to see a shadow on the wall if somebody opened that door or come through it.
The front door?
Yeah.
Well, here's the front door.
So it made me think, but it made me think.
I can see you
So
coming in and seeing a shadow.
So it made me think though, did she go to bed at midnight or was she still on the couch? I mean, what the hell is going on?
I don't know. I wish I did. I
Because
wish I
I see
did.
that door half open right there. So he's saying if somebody opened the door, they would have seen a shadow. And yeah.
I mean, I believe him when I see that, when he says that, because
Well,
I
yeah, I
can
didn't tell him saying I don't believe him. I'm just saying it makes me start thinking that's weird.
look at. Someone wants me to look at. Hold on. They want to look at the. So this would be that's the lock. Now, do they still have these locks? I don't Probably not. Um she looks like she has a Brinks lock with the keypad from what I understand now.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So there's that. All right, let's get back to the thing. All right. Oops, I did the wrong one. Okay, there we go. So dining room, this is the living room that she says she was sleeping on the couch with. Dining room, and I'm pretty sure his bedroom is it's on this side of the house. Okay, here's the other. Okay. So look at this. Look at this, Smiley. This is the living room, but the sunroom is behind it.
Right.
That's interesting. She mentioned something about the sunroom.
Yep.
Yeah, it does. It says ADT system. It does say that. Okay. Now this is another thing. When did she say she heard the sound?
Around, I believe it was around 10-ish, something like that.
Uh-huh. So she would have
That's one of
been
her stories.
was
Yeah.
she in the bedroom when she heard the sound? Was
No,
she on the couch when she heard the sound?
she was on the couch.
Okay. Um so she heard this sound this far away from his bedroom while she's reading or on the phone.
Hmm. And she told me, she just said, "Hey, I don't care what you're doing in there. Just, knock it off, go back to sleep or whatever, or go to sleep."
Uh-huh.
And on Nancy Grace,
Yes.
it was, I heard a
Bubba.
thud, and I said, I mean, I just can't with her. I just can't.
And then it's not a she heard a thud, and then she had like a conversation.
She had a conversation with him, and it's like, really?
Keep it down in there, Bubba, or something to that
Yeah.
effect.
Not go to sleep, like she told me. Keep it down in there, Bubba. And look, I'm finding out now through his dad that he had these pockets on his brain, and that's why he didn't even play ball and stuff like that, because it literally could have, unalived him if he
Right.
got hit in the head. So she's going to hear thud. I was upset because she didn't go in there and check on him before I knew all that when she heard a sound. And she wanted to make it sound so distasteful and, well, he's a boy and I'm not going to go in his room. You didn't mind going in his room, Katie, in the morning times.
Yeah.
Katie, are you stupid? What happens in the morning times?
If she didn't
Honey.
fall asleep till 12, then she was on the couch talking with Chris when she heard the thud at 10.
Yeah.
I mean, so, you know, bless Sebastian's heart, he um, has these, special needs, and he used to have seizures, and he hadn't had seizures in several years, from what I understand. But being a woman and
Just
your
being a
child,
mom.
yeah, being a mom and a woman, and your child is in there, it is 100% of the time people's going to check if they hear something in the house. Even if your kid is not there, you hear something in your house, you go look. I do every single time.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go check and see, did my kid come in, or what's going on? Even, what is that noise?
Yes. She said she heard it around 10, so she would have been on the phone with Chris. So why haven't Chris mentioned it? Yes. Yes.
He
Did
knows everything else.
did yeah, did Chris hear that conversation? Um, or the exchange? Did she say, "Oh, what was that? I heard a thud." Right. Sebastian, you
And
okay,
that's
honey?
another reason I don't believe it. Because if she heard a thud and he was on the phone with her, being the control freak and the man of the house, he said, Katie, you need to go in there and check what it is. It could be somebody trying to break in the house or something. No, not a word, not a mention, nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Something's not adding up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay,
Mrs.
so
Curvy wants you
here's
to
the
listen to her comment.
what's that?
Miss Curvy wants you to see her comment.
I didn't, Miss Kirby. I did not. If you want to post it again, there's a lot of people in here right now, so it's hard to see. So living room, sunroom, kitchen. Here's the kitchen. And I believe this makes there's another door over here on the kitchen that goes into the dining room, if I can remember. Yeah, I'm thinking, well, does that walk into the kitchen?
And I believe that's Katie's right off the kitchen, if I'm not mistaken.
Right here.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, that goes to the
There's
the
like a
other
loft or office or
loft.
something up there,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a big loft upstairs. Um, okay, so this is another bedroom right here, and this is the dining room. Dining room. Or this may be the washroom or a bathroom, sorry. Okay, this isn't the sunroom, is it? This is a bedroom. This is a bedroom. Okay. Now that goes outside, right?
I believe, yeah, that door goes outside. That's not the sunroom, right?
No, it's not. It
Okay.
just got a lot of windows in it. And see, it's got a deadbolt to it. Uh, can we go back to that kitchen? Sure.
Oh, who has that one? Somebody's got one where they're all the rooms are named.
Um, I need to see if I gotta get a floor plan. Uh, Hair curlers and crime. What do you want to see about it, honey? Oh, it is a beautiful home. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, we need the floor plan. Hearing a thud and knowing your child has water on the brain, you would jump real fast to make sure he's not hurt. I mean, I think I think anybody should run and look, even if your child isn't special needs, doesn't have his condition.
Right. Absolutely.
Katie said Sebastian knows the door code to get into the house. Yeah. Sebastian had been left alone before. I just don't see him leaving
Oh,
at
and
any time.
yeah, and I didn't know he stayed alone until his dad said he talked to him last and he wasn't home. But here's the thing, I don't know if his dad knows this or not, but like this is what I didn't understand. So, and I think Hey Jude or Funny Face can tell me. I might be saying it the opposite. It's either Hip Gallatin or Hip Hendersonville. Um, Katie, and it's been a while back ago, had put for a babysitter, for Sebastian in there. And I wonder how often that she had a babysitter. My thought is she is allowed to do that, yes. But my problem is why wouldn't she just allow him to go to his dad's or something like that? And then in that case, if she couldn't get one, but she was willing to let him stay with a complete stranger, is my point. But then if she couldn't get one, did she allow him to stay by himself? I'm just wondering. Asking for a friend.
Mm,
It's sad.
yeah. Um, I think this is the bathroom off the side to the kitchen. I'm pretty sure it's a half bath.
Mhm.
Don't I think this is the master bedroom, which would be Chris and Katie's bedroom, right? Um, on the other side of the house.
Yes, Cher's saying, "Ooh, yes, I agree with her on that 100%."
As we know, Chris parent. Yeah, I'm gonna show you some stuff here in a minute. By the way, oh mamacita, gonna show you some stuff. Master bedroom, master bedroom, master bath.
I, I would just like to know. Uh, I said I have one question for Seth. I asked it the other day about the clothes, and that was answered. If he's still in here, I'd like to know something else that's interesting to me, and it's been bugging me from day one. When he said that he went into and he may not be in here anymore, but when he said he went up there after he found out Sebastian was missing, I would like to know, and if any, again, he's not in here, and any creators can ask him if he comes on. Um, was Katie's bed made up that morning? I'm just curious to know. Did she, and if it was, did she get up and make it up before she got Sebastian? Did she get up and make it up after she found him missed? I mean, I would just like to know. This is my own personal reasons. I would just like to know. He said the
Uh,
house was pristine, so I'm just wondering.
did
Just
she make?
curious.
You mean did she make up the bed?
No, not Sebastian's, but hers.
Well, I mean, the way she made it, so the bus schedule, and again, Mr. Rogers, if you're in here, um, says that the bus shows up, in their neighborhood
Mhm.
at 6:10, according to.
Hold up. So the bus shows up at 6:10 and she wakes him up at 6? That don't give that child time to go to the bathroom and put on clothes.
But I also wonder, did he ride a different bus?
Well, he could have rode a bus that it depends on it. It depends. The dad, Seth, can request that if he had an IEP, if he has a special bus to come to the house and pick him up, which the neighbors should know that, then it would come in front of the house and pick him up.
16 is
But
earlier than you ever.
he could go to the school and
So
get a
it's
copy of the IEP.
so it's 7:10 after 7, they're saying. I was wondering, I mean, that's what the website says. I'm just saying. But because he's very close to the school. I have a route and it's 7:10.
Yeah, but the thing is,
They
he
must have.
said he walks to the bus stop. Okay, so then he rides a regular bus. I'm sure he rides a regular bus. So he walks up to the
So
probably
wait,
up to just a little corner, probably just right there at the corner. And they just take him around to the school. See, it doesn't matter if you live close to the school or not, Justin. That's a dangerous highway right there. You cross over on
yeah,
right there. And so in that case, they will let them ride the bus if they're that close.
yeah. Um. Okay. Okay. This is the master. Yeah, this is the master bath, master bedroom. Now, is this Seth's room or Seth? God, is this
Sebastian.
Sebastian's room?
I mean, I don't know if it is like now, like his furniture and stuff like that. I don't know, but
Or is this one? This one probably is, because this is in the front of the house.
I thought Chris said they had two master bedrooms, but one is a little bit smaller. That I think that was um, supposed to be the little girls. I don't know.
Um, I'm sorry. I think their cameras were. Someone said they were sending me an email, but I didn't get an email. From. Well, let me check my trash just to make sure. Nope. Nothing. Oh, you don't know the email here. Dropped it. There you go. The daughter's room fence is backyard out window. I just put it in chat, Lindsay. Well, his bedroom either has to be this one, which I think it's this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah. This is the backyard one. This is the backyard one, and this one is the front yard. This one's the front yard. I'm pretty sure. No, I might be wrong.
That looks more like the front.
No, I think this is the back, actually.
You could probably blow it up and see if the gates through the blinds.
Let me see here. If I do that. Yep. This one's the backyard. This one's the backyard because there's fences right here.
Yeah.
Wait. So this has to be Sebastian's room.
So they gave him the smaller room. I'm just curious.
This is their actual house before, while it was selling. Yeah, so he's got the smallest room out of all of them. Okay. Washroom. And this is the top.
I'd gave him that room and let that little, I don't know what, put that desk in that little bitty room.
If I was them, I would have taken. I mean, this may be their bedroom now. I don't know, but I would have lived up here. This is where I would have put my bedroom.
Yeah.
Higher. Personally. It's got this guy. Okay, here's the sunroom. So living room's in front here, right? And then there's back. There's the double doors, and then so he couldn't. She says he couldn't have went out that room because, well, remember the couch?
Yeah.
I don't think the couch is up to it. And then this is the
No, it's not
backyard.
up to it.
What's that?
It's not up to it. I asked her. She said no, it was a couch by the door, but not in front of the door. Or like not blocking the door.
There is no door going to the loft area, just stairs. Yeah. And then here's the, they've got more trees than I think anyone else.
Yeah.
As far as around. But I wonder if I don't see any cameras at this point. But damn, I mean, I just can't imagine her not having a camera.
Yeah, I wonder why he didn't want, or they didn't want cameras.
I mean, I think Chris would want cameras because I don't think he'd trust anybody.
I mean, I would feel the same. I mean, I think he would too. So, and by her working there, she would get a hefty discount. So they look like the type to want to keep up with the Joneses as well. So I don't know why they don't have none if they don't have none. Unless they had some and maybe she took them down. I don't know. Just my thoughts. Don't ask me nothing because I'm going to tell you.
To the person that sent me this, where did you find this at? Hey, Britt, I'll email you back. I'm sorry. I promise you, Britt, I'll email you. ring posts, but look more into them. Who posted this thing that you just sent me? And is Mr. Rogers in here? Because I would like to send this to him. Yeah, but I need to send this to Mr. Rogers. Hold on, let me get ICU. One second. I need to. Smiley. This is from my own phone. I have a Ring camera, but I'm in Florida. You can input any address. I put the that's Lindsay, that's strange. That's very strange. I need Mr. Rogers' phone number. Yeah, I'm going to send this to him. He needs to have this looked at ASAP.
Uh-oh.
Bear with me, guys.
You're fine.
Okay. I can't. I don't want to say right now, guys. And I'm sorry, but you know, I want it looked at before anything else, because I mean, respectfully, I get a lot of emails, and most of them, people, a lot of times people thinks they're really onto something, but this one is important. Yeah, well, don't say anything else, Lindsay, please. No, it's not it's not necessarily. No, 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 Lindsay, just don't, No, that could be very helpful. This could be extremely helpful. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna call Mr. Rogers real quick.
Okay.
All right, he's on the other line at the moment. I'm gonna
Okay.
um just bear with me. Okay. All right, I'll wait back for his text or his call. Smiley or Justin has recently in the comments about Sebastian on a property but can't get permission. No, trust me. There is
That was no. That was
yeah, trust me. If so, listen, guys, if somebody if if a if someone is known to be buried on a property or on a property, alive on a property, and they're looking for them, trust me, they get a warrant. You don't need permission. They get a warrant. That's what a warrant is for. If you don't get permission, you go get a warrant, and they have to allow you. So, you know, uh, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. People love the drama in it, and it's this is a child's life. All the clickbait shit and everything, it just drives me nuts. Sorry.
you're good. Breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah, it's just more misinformation
I
is all
know.
it is.
I know. It drives me nuts too.
And I don't say your opinion. No problem with your opinion. If you think, you know, in Timbuktu, whatever, I don't have a problem with somebody having an opinion that I don't have, whatsoever. But the BS, man, it's just
Yeah,
something else.
it's getting out of hand. And Sebastian don't need this.
You were in that clickbait channel tonight. I don't know what you mean by that clickbait channel tonight. So, um, all right. So I want to show you a little bit about Chris. Here we go. This is something that he posted in 2017. And it starts out as, you know, making him, look like he's missing his child. And he writes, no, this is November 4th, 2017. I miss her so much and love her with all my heart. I hope she knows deep down that her daddy is and will always be there. 2 hours isn't long enough, but at least it's something. I can't wait till tomorrow morning as well. I get to have her back in my arms again where she belongs, is what Chris says. She is my world and one true meaning of my life. And daddy loves you. But this is the interesting part. The things that he writes down here. He writes, thank you. These are people that he probably barely knows. Thank you so much. Going through a divorce and a custody visitation battle right now. This is by YouTube standard, or not YouTube, but Facebook standards, 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Then he writes to another person. Someone said, keep your head up, brother. He said, I am. It's just hard to keep level headed when her mother isn't being reasonable. We obviously know who he's talking about, right?
Yeah.
Nina. He's talking about Nina. He's telling this to complete strangers. And then he says, I am trying, but in a struggle every day. And then he writes this about Nina. She has gotten big in the mouth. Sorry. No, sorry. She's gotten big in a month, rather.
I'm like,
I haven't seen her. She is precious. I'm trying to do two things at one time here. She is precious. I can't wait to have her. I can't wait to have all this crap over with her mother. I have 5 years left till I retire, and then I'm headed to where she is. And then he writes down here. He's telling Nina about Nina to these perfect people that he doesn't know, that he is claiming that she's not getting much interaction with people as well as being out and about. She wasn't like that in Tennessee at all, he claims.
no, because in my opinion, she was right under his thumb, right where he wanted her to be.
I mean, why would he talk about this
In public.
Yeah. I think it was for show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I can't wait to close the door and finally be able to be with my girl. But that's go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think he's probably trying to use that already for, so he can post stuff and take it to court and show them and, kind of use that. Oh, I love my daughter. Oh, I this and the mother's so terrible and those kind of things.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to move on. Thank you so much, Chantel. Justin, you do an amazing job with this case and keeping Sebastian's name out there. Do you think they will ever find Elijah Vu? Love you. Thank you, Chantel. Love you too, honey. Yes, I do believe that they will find Elijah. hopefully he's I just hope he's not in the water. I hope he's not in Lake Michigan, to be honest with you. That's my fear out of everything. That was 2017 Mohawk, November something 2017. But I think that they are doing this for court,
Yep.
in my opinion, because of this. I'm calling all of my prayer warriors to pray. Prayer is powerful. And there's a picture below here, but I'm not going to show it because it's of a kid of faith, and I'm not going to show that. And this person says, "This is Faith Proudfoot. She is my dear friend, Kathy." We know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Grandbaby. She is 4 months old, and yesterday, Judge Joe, and I redacted the last name of the judge. So they're calling out a judge.
You should have left that. Maybe they'll show them cowardly.
Well, I've got him. I mean, but I
That's
just didn't want.
funny.
I didn't want to call out the judge or anything. Judge Joe redacted made a cowardly decision that put this child back into the possession of a woman who neglected her since the very day she was born. Nina never did such a thing. You can tell she is a wonderful mother, in
Yes,
my
absolutely.
opinion, and a wonderful person, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Justin, I commented you and Smiley so much. We will keep. Thank you. I commend you and Smiley so much. We will keep getting Sebastian's name out there in Tesman. Thank you so much, Brittany. Thank you, my friend.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So saying who neglected her since the very day she was born. That same woman proceeded to leave the state with the child tonight. Please pray that God will protect this sweet child and that my friend will be able to again care for her grandchild. Also, for my friend Kathy, because her heart is breaking. They made this out into a big, absolutely. I was crying when she was crying watching that yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that broke my heart.
Yes.
Oh. And you could tell, I mean, she was in so much pain and still traumatized over that. Just knowing that her children, all of them, was hurt.
Yes. Now, Kathy writes, in case anyone ever needs to know, or a place to go, or a talk, or any listening ears, our house is a safe zone. Pew pews are welcome and can be cleaned while we talk. We can make a run of coffee. There are always cold drinks. My kitchen table is non-judgmental. Bullshit. Sorry. Any friend or family who needs to chat is welcome. We can talk, share, a laugh, a cry, or just listen. If you are hungry, I'll cook. We can always order out or buy groceries. Eat, cry, laugh. I will always do my best to be available. You are always welcome. This is an old value that has been lost to technology. A text, FaceTime, GIF, or emoji is not the equivalent. Could at least one friend please copy this the same?
Good Lord. They want to be, let's see, who do I want to equate this to? I don't even know.
I would like to equate that to a douche.
Yeah, well, that too.
And I mean equate the
Yeah,
Walmart version.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Walmart version.
You're so silly.
Yeah. Listen, if you type, if you are on Facebook and is one of those that always says, God is going to bless you in 10 minutes if you share this to 10 people right now,
Yes.
we're not friends very long.
No.
So someone posted this in one of Sebastian's groups today. This is by PMC PubMed Central. Recent research indicate that children with autism are at an increased risk of maltreatment. And most commonly cited contributing factors, 47.1% was overwhelming stress for caring for their loved one. So that was, but
Yeah,
I don't think that was it. Um, right?
yeah, that's a fact.
Um, so here is, yeah, and in my opinion, this anonymous person wrote, and in my opinion, this Chris is a total, in my opinion, bigot, homophobe, and doesn't respect women, people of color, or anything, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Because the things that he posts, it's all degrading women, anyone that is not like him, pretty much.
yep. You have to be like him.
Yes. Public service announcement. Hey folks, do you hate pew-pews and want them out of your life for good? Question mark. I have decided to take a stand and help out in the best way I can think of. If you or your friends have pew-pews, different types, looking to be removed, I will take it permanently and ensure that it ends up in a safe place. I would normally charge for this kind of service, but I am willing to waive my fees because I care. Free pickup service is also available within a 100-mile radius. Private message me today so that your home can be a pew pew safe zone. I will give a $10 gift card to Starbucks. They are pew pew free as well for semi, you know what, pew pews. Pre World War II military pew pews and pre 1964 Winchesters. As a final safety precaution, I will take the ammo too. Thanks in advance. If you're local and do have any old ammo laying around, please message me and I can come get it. Glad to be of service. This is my public service for all that need it. Private message me, please. Someone writes, he's obnoxious. Lots of racist posts too, in my opinion. Downplaying the history of slavery and what African American people have had to endure seems like white, you know what, mentality. He probably a member of the Triple Ks, uh, typical small-minded mentality, shouting America.
Wow.
Such a moron. All right, this is where Chris sold all of his reptiles. The problem is he is a low belly thing himself, in my opinion, that crawls, in my opinion, and should have sold itself.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's a joke, but I think it's also serious as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he's got 1 8-bin rack of rats, all colonies, and breed fast as well. So don't put me in a position where I gotta show you how heartless I can be, he says.
And just to think, they made Sebastian take care of all of those snakes just to have the one he loved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He got in trouble for. That's one reason they said they gave the snakes away, is because he wasn't taking care of them. They had 30.
Yeah, but I thought he bred them or something like that.
They did. They did. But by the way, the person that had the one Sebastian liked, Brownie, um, they still have that one, and they hope they can give that one back to Sebastian when he comes back. And I posted something on my community post, but
Agree.
yeah, they said that they tried to ask because they noticed that he really liked that snake. And are you sure you want to give away this one, or say it was a business, sell us this one, and do you want to keep it? And Katie's like, no, no.
I
And
think that he was heartbroken by that.
he was heartbroken by that. And so the person still has the snake to this day. She said that they knew by that there was something special about this snake, and they kept it. They didn't sell it. They're in the business of selling snakes.
Right. Now he writes here, and this is in 2020 as well. The last post was in 20. If you're one of these, sorry, I cannot read tonight. If one of these were used on you as a kid, you're probably not rioting. Now, I don't agree with rioting, but I also don't believe hitting your child with a broom, a club, a shoe, anything else. But remember, Chris said he only did this once.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Do it once, you'll do it again.
I'll believe that when they sell, popsicles in hell.
Yeah.
Me walking into the room knowing I'm going to piss 98% of people off. Oh, by the way, this came from Mrs. Rogers today.
Oh, today?
Today.
Okay.
I first and foremost want to thank everyone for their prayers, and especially for those who have put boots on the ground looking for my grandson. I see a lot of people thinking that things have been manipulated and feel sorry for them and feel sorry for the mother and stepdad. The biggest manipulator of information in this whole scenario is Chris Proudfoot. He accuses YouTubers of manipulating info. Well, he's the biggest spinner of all. Boom! Shakalaka. He thinks there's three sides to every truth. No, there's not three sides to every truth. There's three sides to every story, but only one side to the truth. I am so frustrated and so angry. I spoke to my grandson at least 2 times a month and many times in between. I think she means she saw her grandson. Uh, he told me a lot of things that I'm not sure Chris Proudfoot does not want me to put out there. I have I have not. Maybe this one's old. I can't remember. I've got another one.
Let's see. I have not spoken to TBI this.
TBI. Yeah, because
Okay, so yeah,
this
that's
is the old
the
one.
first one. Yeah.
I have not spoken to TBI at this point. However, I think this will change in a week of the info is not provided that brings my grandson home. The truth is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. To the point out there, when the truth, or sorry, when you tell the truth, the whole truth. Stories do not change, timelines do not change, facts come out. If you want to feel sorry or sad or bad for someone, think about Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers. Sebastian is his whole life, his reason for being, and maybe you should look into the Katie's background and her family and her history for making fanned manipulating people to do her bidding. I think you'll find some interesting facts that will come out. For now, please just keep Sebastian's name and face out there.
Yeah.
Why would Sebastian leave on his own if he had an awesome time the same day? He had just gotten out of a restaurant. Everything was good, Smiley.
Yeah. Had a great day. Could probably get his mom to take him back. I mean, you know, he had this beautiful smile, always seemed happy. I mean, I'm sure there's times he wasn't, but that day, can you imagine? He had this happy look on his face. He got to spend time with his mom, which I'm sure what he wanted without the stepdad. I'm just saying. And bowling, playing, doing everything. Actually, it was probably pretty overwhelming for him.
Right.
That was a little bit strange to me too, but that's beside the point. But why would he leave? He pretty much was happy. And if he was having a fun day, no matter how overwhelmed he was, why would he leave? Hey, mom's cool now. We did all these things today. We never do these things, probably. Not all in one day. Maybe we can do this more.
Maybe he overheard Chris and Katie talking negatively about him and it upset him. That is very possible.
Yeah.
But the thing is, why is there not a dog that picks up a scent? Why is he not seen anywhere? Why is helicopters, 1,500 searchers,
The National Guards.
drones, National Guards, FBI, Secret Service?
Yeah, they had the Secret Service in there.
Do you think the fun day was a bribe, him to say, so Katie wouldn't have to pay child support? Interesting. I don't know if she would. I don't know if she would have to pay child support.
Yeah, she absolutely would.
She would. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think that would be it. I mean, they are in debt up to. There was no child support order. That's what I thought. Yeah. There was no child support agreement. because he already got he gets money per month of some sort. Yeah. The father said no child support 50-50. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. She wouldn't have to. That's what I was thinking. So yeah. So
So they got everything 50-50 then. That's good. That's a good way for everything. So if that wouldn't happen. People's, just for the record, that wouldn't happen if Seth was so bad. Just for those little tiny few that I keep seeing poke their head out.
yeah.
So don't be asking me on my channel, because I'm gonna tell you, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard. Did you hear? She turn the van in, or did they come get it, or
I
did you
don't
hear
know.
that?
I mean, I would think that they came and got it. I would think.
Yeah. I heard something about it yesterday, I think, or the day before, where it might be gone now.
I don't know if Chris pays child support for his child. I'm sure he does.
If I was that lady, I wouldn't want nothing, no ties, zero.
Well,
I would
he
do
gets
anything. I'm just saying.
absolutely anyone who suspects Seth has terrible judgment. Absolutely. He
Absolutely.
was at work, number one, and number two, Katie was the one that called him, and he was at work, and he got there as fast as he could. All right. So midnight, Katie gets told it's getting late and it's time to put the dogs to bed by Chris Proudfoot. So Katie did. How does he know that she doesn't have the dogs up if he's not there?
Right. I mean, seriously.
You know what I mean? Go
Yeah.
put the dogs up, honey. It's time for bed.
Yeah.
We've been on the phone 3 hours. Go put the dogs up.
Unless there's cameras in the house. Because look, even when she hangs up from him, if they were on FaceTime, I'd go get them dogs back out. Look, I ain't gonna be doing everything that sucker told me to do. I'm just telling you.
I would have been like, yeah, go fry something.
There was this movie once. It was called The Burning Bed. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to promote no crimes. I'm just saying.
So now they were, so hold on, someone wrote FaceTime. So are they FaceTiming now? Is that what they were doing?
Oh,
Or were
so
they
now
talking
they're
on the phone?
FaceTime.
Or were they talking on the phone? Let me know what it is this week.
They're sad. I told you they got some bad meteor manager. Bad advice. Sexting.
She would take the dogs out before putting them in the kennel. Okay. No ring.
They need to be doing
No,
that because they both
right.
have somebody, it seems like. So how much more of that do you need, for God's sake?
Oh my God. No ring camera, no alarm system, according to Katie. Katie says no security camera at their house. Bullshit. Floodlights, aka motion sensor lights, were off. Convenient. Light above garage. That's on at all times. Remember, Katie's like, "Oh no, we don't got any lights on outside. We only got those little solar lights."
Yeah, those cutesy pootsies.
Yeah. And Seth's like, "No, no, no. We've got the two in the garage." Katie's like, "Oh, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You thought of solar lights, but you didn't think of the two that's beaming outside that you always keep on.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just in them 1-800. It just comes natural. It just rolls off of them to lie.
So 2 solar lights in the garden, brought up by Katie, opposite side of the house. Thinking back on the video of the 2 lights seem weird, and they both agreed the 2 lights in the video were not flashlights because that's what law enforcement said. Katie works at a security company. Katie and Sebastian doesn't know the code to the garage door. I think Katie knows it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But does know the code to the front door. Sebastian did know the one in the garage. There's no key to get in the home. There's a code. And that's the way with mine. On my front door, I don't have a key. I have a
Yeah.
code. Katie says she locks her doors at night, and she does think he could have left through the front door, but doesn't believe he would leave on his own. Now,
In fact, she told me, I said, "How are you so sure he went through the front door? He didn't go through any other door." I said, "How are you positive that's the door he went through?" "Oh, because everything else was ruled out and, you know, that's the only door because," and then that's where Chris got into this one squeaks and this one, but yeah, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. It was definite. She said he went out the front door.
well, and then he locks it back.
Okay. Yep.
10 p.m., Katie heard a noise in the room, and it sounded like a thud. Supposedly, she said, "Look, I don't know what you're doing in there, but you need to go to bed." Originally, and now she says, "I was sitting on the couch and I said, 'Bubba, did you fall off the bed?' And he said, 'Yes, ma'am.' And she said, 'Go to sleep.'" So that was added.
Hmm.
Katie reconfirms all of his shoes are accounted for. The clothing states he was last seen in what he was wearing when he went to bed. Katie says no arguments or altercations.
And that was another thing that I asked.
Uh-huh.
I found out and I heard that when he took out the trash that he had these slippers that he slept on. Some people were saying, well, that was just success. So what I did was I asked her, and I knew that his shoes, there was no shoes in his room. They were by the front door. So I asked her, the question went something like this. Did How do you know he didn't take any shoes, including the slippers that he carries the trash out in? And she says, because they're all accounted for. So she didn't correct me on that. Basically, she was telling me that the slippers were there too.
Yeah.
So,
So let's think about this for a moment. If your child is special needs and he falls out of the bed and he has something wrong, that thing inside of his head,
yeah.
you wouldn't check on him?
Oh, I absolutely would. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You fall out of the bed, Bubba? You don't check on him?
Right. And yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm sure. Why didn't he say mom or something like that? She's making this shit up. I can tell you
Yeah,
right now.
I agree. See something, say something says Katie must be one of them desperate types to let Chris lay a hand on her son allegedly, and then to stand by his side after he's missing now. And this is if she is involved either way, sketchy. See, I think if they're involved, I believe it has to both benefit them in some way
Yeah.
to not tell on the other one.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Proudfoot says he has been gone for days before Sebastian went missing. He came home from Memphis on February 26. He visited the home multiple times prior to him going missing. He was not home from the time he left Memphis to February 26. Cars have been searched multiple times by police. Katie says she thinks was on the phone with Chris when she was driving around the neighborhood looking for Sebastian. They called the police at 6:20. So he goes missing at 6 o'clock. By 6:20, she's driving around the neighborhood.
Is that what that call said? I thought it was a little bit later than that.
It was 6:30. Uh,
9 or
6:36. I think they arrived or called one.
okay.
Katie says that her son could be anywhere, and she's looking anywhere and everywhere. Canines did not hit on the retention pond. We need to clear that one up. The dogs did not follow his scent because there was none. Katie says she thinks it's possible someone has Sebastian because if he had walked off, they would have found him by now with all of the people searching. Katie says Sebastian's phone has been checked. Chris and Katie says both of their phones have been checked. Two of his aunts and his cousin were with him and Katie the night before at the bowling alley.
So, yeah.
Justin, just a thought. Do you think the shoes were forgotten when whatever happened to Sebastian and used? Oh, absolutely, Audrey. Absolutely.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they were busy doing something else, didn't think of it until they were asked. Because nobody in their right mind would leave every shoe, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you can't think of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, grandma is supposed to be in Alaska right now.
Must be nice. I bet Sebastian would love to do those things. And, like me and somebody else was talking, why didn't they ever
Good
take
one.
him to the campgrounds and stuff? Why?
What's that?
Why didn't they ever take Sebastian to the campgrounds and stuff? Like, they went camping. Like, why didn't they ever take him to the campgrounds and stuff? I'm
Oh, I
hearing,
didn't know that.
yeah, I'm hearing now that Chris didn't even like to take pictures with Sebastian.
Yeah,
So I'm saying,
that broke my heart,
oh, that
Smiley.
made me so mad. That made me upset. So, you know, why don't they even like? Why that day did he do so much things? I mean, and they couldn't even take him camping and they had that fifth wheel, and they could have done stuff like that with him, too. It just seemed, I don't know.
Was that your dog?
That was my son's dog in there. I believe my son's playing with him.
It sounded like a what?
I believe my son's playing with him. My dog's right there. It's wonder she's not snoring.
You, does your dog ever wake up?
Yes.
I'm surprised. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. It's every time my damn dog's snoring, it's like I have a pug, but your
Yeah.
dog sleeps all the time.
Yeah.
You
Oh
thought it
my
was a
God.
bird, snickerdoodle? That's funny. Look at this. This is, I mean, they're searching everywhere.
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 God bless everyone who is searching. This right here is the happiest I've seen Sebastian in a photo. I bet you he thought he was a baddie in this, and he is. He is awesome in this photo. He thought that was so cool to have a snake.
Yes, I love seeing that picture with him with that snake. Although I'm not big on snakes now.
I don't like snakes at all, but I love it that he loves it.
I do too. I do too. And he is just happy as he could be right there. Very happy.
Yes. So happy. Yeah.
And you see that picture right there? I was pointing out in my live. I don't know if you and they could. I don't know when that picture right there exactly was taken, but I was pointing out in my live. If you blow that up, you'll notice like Chris told her to go put the dogs up and all that. Well, right there is the dining room. Okay, the couch is right there. Okay. But if you look and you pull that up and you look to the left or my left, there's a cage right there where the puppies bowl and stuff is in it. And then on the other side, right beside Sebastian, is the pee pad and then a bed for the dogs. I'm assuming that's when they're out and everything if they get tired. But when he says put them up, the cage is right there. So I don't know. That's just another lie to me.
Yeah. Oh, here's the floor plan. Okay. There is something I was asking Smiley about, and I want to make it clear what I'm about to show is I don't know what I'm showing, basically. I want to make that clear. I'm actually asking you guys. Someone posted this on a group chat, and there is nobody that has commented on it. And I'm going to show you, but I don't understand it. So I want to make it clear that this is, how can I, this is for purposes of questioning because I don't know what it is. Okay. And I just want to know if anyone saw this or what. Is that a good way to say Smiley?
Yeah. Because I didn't know either. I mean, is it something new? Is it, I mean,
Okay. Look at this, guys. And she posted many pictures. Millie, thank you so much for becoming a member, my dear. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, you see this? And I asked this person, thank you, B-Doc, thank you. But this appears to be the driveway and the home, right? But it's got subject 2 and subject 1.
See, I'm thinking that's where they're trying, where they were trying to say it's possible that those lights were, that they're now saying was nothing more than the trash.
Well, they got more photos here. And let me see. Let me show you
So,
this one.
but would it have been with subject 1 and subject 2, like
This
2
is
trucks on the road?
this is from, she posted this yesterday. So this is their home. And I guess this would be the trash. Is that what she's trying to say there?
Mm-hmm. Up by the garage.
And then she posted this.
That's what I don't really understand right there.
I don't either. And see, there's no description. That I'm aware of. And then she said this, where you can, I guess this is going toward, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, that looks like, to me, that looks like the front of the house behind them,
Yes.
to me.
It is. Millie, thank you for becoming a member, my dear. Appreciate you. Welcome to the family. Y'all welcome Millie, please. And then we already saw that one. Okay, and then there is something posted by another person. And this one is video. And I don't know if she's asking or if she's showing an example. Yeah, there's a van backed up there. So I don't want anybody to get confused at this. I'm not saying this has anything to do with the case, but they posted it in the.
Mary said it looks like she's showing where the light source could be seen by, from which camera it was showing from. Oh, so maybe they're showing the house that had the camera that was showing how far it was to the light source. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Is this where they parked the cars that
Yeah.
Seth was talking about?
Yeah. And then evidently hers was in the garage, and that's what she said. Boy, I was so glad Nancy asked that. But anyway, And the van, I don't see the van there. Where's the van?
No, I think
Who's
this is.
on?
I think if this is anything, this isn't their house.
Okay.
If this is anything, this would be where the guy parks his car, and that's the light source. That's one of the light sources.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And there's another one as well.
Because I started saying, who all them trucks belong to?
Here's
So-
another one. And I'm assuming that's what that is. I don't know what that is. I'm just assuming. I want to make that very clear. There's just nothing. There's not a comment on this. I think there's so many people post in those groups that people can't even look through them all. Hey, Spirit.
Probably.
Yeah, Elf. Well, I don't know if they're canceled. They will probably be back up the 1st of June. But most people are just doing their memberships on Clutch, then Pearls now. So it may be canceled. I don't know at this point. I have to see what YouTube does. Down the street was stuck on the time. So it's just interesting. Like a little context. Let me check. Oh, well, wrong one. Let me check this video. Why does it do that? It's so weird because there's nothing.
Now you heard my dog.
Yeah.
That was my Boston Terrier, y'all.
Oh, you're friends with this person, Smiley.
Who is it? I'm friends
Her name
with
is Ashley. I just don't understand what it is. It's weird. So,
Oh, she's the one that posted it?
yes, Elf, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Thank you so much. It sounded like she farted, but it's her dog. I promise
Oh,
you.
no, it's my dog.
All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. We've been here for almost 3 hours. My Pekingese snores that way. Oh, I had the cutest little Pekingese when I was a kid. They're
Yeah.
asshole dogs, though, to most people. Like, they're mean.
Yeah, this lady, I know where we always go. Sometimes this cabin, she has one. They can be little mean devils.
They are. Pennies, they're not. I would sure blame the dog. I know. She's bad about it. She's
Yeah.
bad about it. She's always blaming the dog.
But I bet I mean, I know it was cute and everything and sweet
Yeah.
to you and your love of your life.
Yeah. Oh my God, Elf, look at this. Thank you so much. Hold on, I need to give you one of these. Let me find it.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Stand clear, guys. We're on the subway.
Giving to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes.
We have approved 10 applications. gifted by Elf. Thank you so much, Elf, for gifting 10 pearls.
Oh, I like
If
that.
you received a pearl from Elf, please thank her.
So nice.
Very sweet. Smiley, do you got any lives upcoming?
I don't tonight. I got up early this morning about 2:30, got on like maybe 5, I guess, and did a live. I did. I was up early.
I didn't sleep. I was live till like 2:30 this morning or something like that because I was so pumped from last night.
I was so upset after that interview. I'm like, I gotta go to bed, and I'm like, I catched up with you and Josh this morning,
Thank you, Miss
and,
O.
and then I had some stuff to do, and I'm like, because I just couldn't after that. I'm like, ooh, that was too much, honey.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if Seth will come on Monday. Tomorrow is Easter. Um, I'll be on at some point tomorrow evening ish after everything's done.
Yeah,
All the Easter family stuff, because after that after dinner and Easter egg hunting and mass or church and all
you
of that,
bad.
you're ready to like, let's go do your thing. Let's go do ours. Go do your thing. Let's go do ours.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I hope you have a good Easter, and I hope
Thank you.
everybody in here has a good Easter, and cherish your loved ones and
Amen.
hold your kids close.
Yes. Praying for that miracle as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Pray for a miracle that all the victims get justice, and Summer and Sebastian and Monkey and everybody comes home. Make this an Easter that we will never forget.
Amen. Amen. That's all we can hope for.
Kiss my pup. I will.
Sweet.
Oh Lord. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down, and I
I see
love
that one.
y'all.
Love you too, honey.
Thank you for having me, okay?
Of course. Thank you for being here.
All right. Bye
Good
bye.
night. Good night. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Um, remember Letitia's out, so Gannon out. Yes. Yes. Yep. I wonder about Summer too. It's like so many of these people take them out for a fun day. I mean, think about Madeline. She would just had her birthday party. Just had her birthday party the night before. It's crazy. Um, all right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Um, I will see you guys later. I might be live on my third channel, Hey Sweetie, in a little bit. We'll have to see. It's called Hey Sweetie. So if you want to join me over there later, I'll be there. Love you guys. It'll be a late night live. I'll probably be putting Easter baskets together or something. So I just got a third channel, Elf. Well, Angela, you got to join us over there. Did you join us yesterday? I said everyone put a 1 in the chat if you remind for me. So make sure you do that. Thank you, Fuzz. I have the best mods. Really do. The best people. I have the best people. Yeah, there you go. SL just dropped it. If you want to subscribe to that, that is me, just me. There's no bells and whistles. It is just me. You might find me in my bed at 3 a.m. You might see me putting Easter baskets together. You might see me mowing the grass. You might see me laughing my butt off. You might see me crying my butt off. I don't know. The night is young. Happy Easter to everyone. If I don't see you, I will be here tomorrow at some point. Stay blessed. God bless each and every one of you, and praying for Sebastian and all of these kids that are missing. Don't ever forget how blessed you are. Good night.